Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and coming right off of all the singles hating Valentine's Day, Wizards is trying to distract us by basically saying, here, buy all this crap. You know what'll make you feel all better about being single? Commander Anthology Volume 2. On June 8th, by the way. That's right, another stupid reprint of a stupid product, okay? Here's the different tiers of embarrassing patheticness when it comes to building a deck in Magic, okay? There's the I built my deck and it's good, okay? That's the absolute top. Then we go down to I'm a net decking douchebag and I felt the need to copy the best deck off the internet because if I don't win, I go cry about it in my car. Then, even below that on the ranking, even worse, is Wizards of the Coast built my deck for me, which is the Commander products. And then at the absolute bottom, like, you have hit rock bottom, your mom built your deck for you. Now, I gotta say, there's two Commanders, okay? One is highly competitive because people will find ways to be highly competitive at literally anything, like things that aren't even games. Turns out if you give me a wood splitter, I can chop wood faster than my friend. Who would have thought? I mean, other than everybody, I'm like all shoulders. Also, I pretended the wood was everything I can't stand about society and it was just a blur. I might have gotten a chipmunk or a squirrel in there too. I wasn't even paying attention. So there's tryhard douchebags who win on turn 2 with a $3,000 to $4,000 commander deck. No joke, with an infinite combo and nothing but individual card fetch. Those people and those decks are literally what is wrong with Commander right now. Oh, that and the corrupt, selfish, manipulative douchebags who run the Commander ban list, which, no, it's not Wizards, actually. There was no reason to unban Protean Hulk other than telling all your friends to buy them up and then announcing it. I mean, I have no proof of that, it's just there was no other reason to do it, so I have to assume that that's why they did it. Oh my god, I'm trying to record this video and everybody on my Discord's trying to have a damn chicken nugget intervention for my clear chicken nugget problem. Just because today I walked into the restaurant and accidentally flirted my way to 6 nuggets in my 5 nugget order doesn't mean I have a problem, except that it does and I clearly do. How many chicken nuggets is considered a lethal dose? I don't know, but follow me around because I'm probably flirting with that limit too. Oh, guess what? It gets worse. The Commander, not my nugget addiction. I mean, it does, but we're getting back on track here. All right, so some dudes invented Elder Dragon Highlander, EDH, okay? New format, completely made up. They're like, let's have 99 singleton, which singleton probably existed back then. I'm not 100% sure, but that just means instead of 4 of everything, you could only have 1 of everything. And then they said, okay, let's make it 99 and then a commander. And then they're in like a separate zone and you can always summon them. And everyone's like, that's cool because it's like low power, weird, fun, obscure magic and you don't need 4 copies of something expensive. You only need 1 copy, which is nice. So because Commander went all the way back to the beginning, they gave a whole bunch of cards more value. Okay, so the single sellers, boom, if something got hot in Commander, good for you. If it was hot in Modern, it's probably also hot in Commander, so additional value there. I mean, it did cause prices to shoot up, which is not great for everybody, but you don't really have to play Commander, and if you do, you don't have to run the absolute best spells ever made for like 20 bucks a card. So apparently this additional value for cards that are leaving Standard, and a lot of people will, by the way, take a Standard mechanic because they loved it. They'll take their deck and make it into a Commander deck. I've seen White-Black Vampire Allies from BFC and OGW, and it's a fantastic deck. Oh, and a lot of people are building dinosaur decks because that's pretty hot right now. So the people who invented this format gave a whole bunch of like additional money and value, I should say, to the product, which helps Wizards because it sells more. People will buy more just blind packs and boxes if they know that what they get has additional value in one additional format that people actually play, and if it cycles out of Standard, somebody might still want it. So Wizards is like, okay, that's great. We're getting additional sales, additional value. People are happy. They found a fun format. That's not good enough for us. We need more money. So for legal reasons, they, well, I was going to say renamed it, but not really. They created a completely identical thing called Commander and then sold products under it. So they created Commander decks, which are 100% pre-made decks, which completely negates the whole point of Commander, which is build your own crazy fun deck and mod it over time. And of course, they were hyper powerful and created Commander-specific keywords and abilities, which everybody hated. So they really just stepped in and ruined it, but at least they like acknowledged it as a real, maybe like certified format. I don't know. I don't really know how any of that works or if you could even call it that or whatever. It's probably up for debate. Maybe it's like a sanctioned format. I don't know. Anything sanctioned if you ring it up in the system as casual. You could probably have a tournament at your LGS about who can build the highest stack of cards in like a house of cards made out of Magic cards in 5 minutes and enter it into their scoring system as a casual tournament. You could probably build a bobsled out of Magic cards and race it around the parking lot with your friends pulling it and enter it as a casual tournament. I feel like you're not supposed to do that. I'm just saying you can. So anyway, on top of that, you've got commander cards on the front of the commander decks that are specific to the set. They've never been seen before, never been printed in another set, and they're never in a reprint set, which is really annoying. So if you want just that one card, you can go online and pay quite a bit for it because, you know, other people will split apart 1,000 copies of the deck and just sell off the cards. But you can't really just get it. You can't just buy it. But then again, Wizards doesn't really sell singles, except they do, and it's called From the Vault. Oh, and Planeswalker decks. And dual decks. Let's be honest, Wizards sells singles. But in groups. So if you want the commander, you pretty much had to buy the deck. Usually, like at least at your LGS. What if you just wanted the commander or didn't want the rest of the deck? Too bad, have fun selling the rest of it off. So that wasn't well liked, so now they've taken it one step further and they're making the second version of Commander Anthology. It says on the product information page, launch a legendary 4-player Magic battle right out of the box. I mean, I guess it's like one person buying all 4. It's not like, you know, Commander 2017, where you pick what deck you want and you buy it, where you don't have to buy the whole box. This one, you have to buy the whole box. There's nothing stopping your LGS from splitting them apart, but I don't think they will for various reasons. So yeah, launch a legendary 4-player Magic battle right out of the box with a collection of classic commander decks. Choose from among these powerful strategies, then challenge your friends to an epic multiplayer showdown. So what they actually mean by that is, okay, fine, these commanders getting ridiculous in price, have some of them again. Oh, P.S., FYI, we like money. Everybody knows there's not enough of these commanders, like literally the front card, the commander, going around. There just aren't. They need to be put in a master set, and obviously they eventually will be. But for now, oh, you want another copy of a commander that came out 4 years ago? Okay, spend $164.99 on 4 decks to get the one commander you want. Now, let's be real, nobody's going to do that, but I'm just saying that makes this kind of a bad product. I mean, what is somebody going to do with 4 decks? That's why they're already saying, oh, launch a 4-player battle right out of the box. You just bring the box over, hand the decks to your friends, and you all play and have fun. Because you know damn well somebody else doesn't need 4 different frickin' decks, all of which they didn't build themselves. I mean, that just doesn't resonate with Commander players. To me, the whole point of Commander is building either a silly, fun, or like a powerful but not broken and outrageous deck by yourself. Like you built it, not somebody built it for you. If I wanted to like play someone else's game with something they set up with their own everything, I'd just go play like Monopoly or something. Hell, that's 4-player too. I mean, like, why would you buy this instead? Monopoly's cheaper. So right on their product information page, it says number of cards 400. That is incorrect. It's 404. 99 plus 4 plus 4. Because I assume it comes with the small version of the card and the big version of the card, which would be considered 2 cards. I don't know. Maybe one's not legal for play, but like, who cares? I mean, whatever you say is legal is legal. It's your play group. I mean, it's a casual format. If they sold 24-karat gold leaf plated 11x17 posters of the commander, that would be my commander. By the way, let me know if you'd totally be into that. I guarantee if it gets a good response in my comment section, which is very closely monitored by Wizards for recommendations on products, they will definitely do that. So this one's really damn expensive. You get 4 decks for some reason. If you just want one, screw you. And I don't know what else to say about this. This is a dumb product and I hate it. Anthologies are just stupid. They historically haven't sold worth a damn. And it's just, they've been way too expensive, especially Plane Chase. And like nobody wants them. Because like you either want some of the cards in them and you're like, cool, some are hitting the market. And then you go buy the single on eBay. Or I don't know. I've never seen somebody walk out with an Anthology product to ask them why they bought it. Oh, actually, no, I think somebody bought an Anthology-ish kind of thing one time. I think it was like a dual deck or something, like just a pre-made deck. And I was like, oh, why'd you buy that? Just curious. And they're like, oh, because I wanted some of the cards in it and I'm just going to part out the rest. I'm thinking, well, okay, I mean, you could just go online and buy the singles, but I mean, they probably just wanted to support the store. Like, that's cool. I'm not gonna like get on their case about it. I was just purely curious. So if you guys see some kind of reason that this should exist, or that they should reprint the commanders in this ridiculously like customer unfriendly method, let me know down below. And if you've bought one, let me know why. I mean, I could see 4 people pitching in. Like, one person says, oh, I'd love that deck. Oh, I'd love that deck. And then somebody new is like, just hand me any deck. I don't care what's left over. Cool. Or whatever. And then you split it up, and then you split the cost 4 ways, which, I mean, it's still kind of expensive. I mean, that's about $40 a deck, like a little bit over it, actually. It's closer to 42, and after sales tax, it's probably like 45. But, you know, a fully made playable, somewhat competitive 100-card deck with crippled land bases for $45, it's not that bad, but having to buy 4 of them at a time if you only want one is just, that's so dumb. But it's all modular, because the people who primarily buy these are the people who split them apart, either into the individual cards or just the individual decks. So they'll throw them up on eBay, and one of them will be 60 and one of them will be like 25. I mean, that's just, and then the other 2 are probably in the middle. That's just always how it goes. I mean, that's how Commander 2017 went. Like, 2 of the decks were worth a fortune, and the other 2 were a little bit lower. That's just how it happens. The problem is, unless your LGS splits them up, which almost guarantees they'll get stuck with the ones that nobody wants and have to put them on clearance, and even then still get stuck with them, or they'll have to jack up the price to something above 45 because they know it's popular and then people will complain. It's just not good. It's not a good product to put on the shelf at a store. Speaking of that, I'm sure they're sending these to Walmart and Target and Barnes and Nobles and probably at this point Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, so that's all I gotta say about this, but I do have one follow-up about the previous announcement video thing about the Magic app. I totally forgot to mention that you cannot look up the sex offender status of your judges using the app. I don't know why. Somehow they neglected to add that feature. I don't get why, because they just implemented the rule that they have to do that. So if you're curious about your judge, you're just going to have to do it manually. I mean, just pull out your smartphone and go to nsopw.com. Actually, that website sucks. Go to familywatchdog.us. That one's way better. Unless you don't live in the US, in which case you're dead to me. Just kidding. It's a joke, people. Oh my God, calm your tits. I'll see you guys next video.